Hey Anchor Team, welcome back to Talk It Out Tuesday. I'm your host, Kalia Chevonne. Last week, we took an inventory of the little you. Today, we're looking at the stage where that child had to perform. Have you ever felt like your family has a script for you? A role you have to play just to be accepted? Maybe you're the one that always blame. Or maybe you're the one who has to be perfect so the family looks good. Today we are tearing up the script and resigning from the roles that are keeping us stuck. Today I have to ask the dangerous question: who put that mask on you? I need you to understand something. A mask worn long enough becomes a face. You've been calling it your personality, but I'm calling it family fraud. You've been living in a family fraud so deep that you don't even know where the script ends and the real you begins. You aren't naturally a perfectionist, and you aren't naturally quiet. You were trained. Today, we stop calling your trauma a personality and start calling it what it is, an identity theft. In a toxic household, the parents are the directors and the children are the actors. They don't see you for who you are. They see you for what you can do for their ego. I'm going to do a raw breakdown on how the role stole the soul. The scapegoat, as we called it before, the garbage can. You grew up believing you are fundamentally broken or bad. But the raw truth is, because they dumped their garbage in you, you now dump garbage on yourself. You sabotage every good thing because peace feels like a lie. You don't know how to be happy because your family identity is built on being the problem. You've mistaken their rejection of you for your value as a human. To my scapegoats, let's be honest. They don't hate you. They hated that you were a mirror they couldn't control. You were the only one with enough light to show where the dust was, so they tried to blow you out. So when they start blaming you for their stress, you say, I'm not the family trash can. Their inability to manage their own emotions is not a reflection of my character. The golden child. You grew up believing you're only as good as your last win. But the raw truth is, you're a hollow shell of a person. You spent 30 years being a billboard for your parents' ego, and now you have no idea what you actually like. You are terrified of being average because in your house, average meant you were invisible. You don't have a self, you have a performance. To the golden child, let me be honest. They didn't love you, they loved the idea of you. The moment you showed a flaw, the love turned into pressure. You spent 30 years being a trophy, but when was the last time someone just sat with your heart? When they pressure you to look perfect for an event, you say, I'm not a walking billboard. My worth is not tied to maintaining a fake family image for the neighbors. The lost child, the one we call the ghost. You grew up believing that having no needs was your greatest strength. But the raw truth is, you aren't low maintenance. You're self-erasing. You spent so long blended into the wallpaper that you feel like a ghost in your own skin. You struggle to make decisions because you were never allowed to have a presence. You've mistaken not being a burden for being okay. To the lost children, let me be honest. You're lonely because you became a master at not needing anyone, but that's not independence. That's starvation. You're a ghost in your own life because you are taught that taking up space was a sin. So when you feel the urge to stay quiet while someone ignores your boundaries, you say, I'm not a piece of furniture. I'm a human being with a voice, and I'm allowed to take up space in this room. To the mascot, the remote control. You grew up believing you have to be the sunshine to earn your space. But the raw truth is, you are the loneliest person in every room. You are tap dancing to keep everyone happy because you're terrified that if your laughter stops, the violence, emotional or physical, will start. You don't know how to be sad, so you stay stuck in a happy mask that is actually suffocating you. To the mascots, let me be honest. You are exhausted from performing. You think if you stop making them laugh, they'll see the pain you're hiding. You've been the life of the party while your soul was dying in the corner. So when the tension gets high and you feel the itch to make a joke to fix it, you say, I'm not a human fire extinguisher. It is not my job to perform, so the adults don't have to face their own maturity. In this week's strategy, we're tearing up the contract in 3 steps. So for step 1, we're going to take an identity audit. Ask yourself, if nobody was watching and nobody needed me to fix, lead, or hide, what would I be doing right now? If you don't have an answer, that's where the fraud lies. Step 2, let's reclaim the narrative. Stop using the family's narratives. You aren't difficult, scapegoat. You're bounded. You aren't perfect, golden child. You're human. You aren't easy, ghost. You are present. You aren't funny, remote control. You are deep. We often hire people in our adult lives to play the same toxic roles our parents did. By using these examples, see if you are still living the script. The scapegoat audit. Are you dating someone who always makes you the bad guy in every argument? If you constantly feel like you are the only one apologizing, you've hired a partner to treat you like your family did. The golden child audit. Are your friends only around when you're winning or helping? If you feel like you can't be messy or have a bad day without them disappearing, you've built a circle that only values your Billboard mask. The lost child audit. Does your partner make all the decisions without asking you? If you ended up with someone who ignores your needs, it's because you've started playing the ghost and attracting people who are comfortable with you being invisible. The mascot audit. Are you the funny friend who everyone calls for a laugh, but nobody calls when you're crying? If your relationships are built on you being the distraction, you are repeating the role of a performer instead of being a person. Step 3. Now let's write down the resignation. When the family dynamic calls for your character to show up, stay in your human skin instead. Let them be mad. Let the play fail. You aren't the director. The family script was a lie designed to keep a toxic system running, but the play is over. You don't owe them a performance anymore. You aren't a prop, and you aren't a distraction. You are a whole human being who is finally allowed to be messy, quiet, loud, or still. So let's repeat after me. I resign from the roles I never requested. I am not responsible for the family's image, and I'm not the cause of the family's pain. I am free to be exactly who God made me to be. So anchor team, the greatest fraud ever committed was convincing you that you had to be a character to be loved. But characters aren't real, and they can't be truly loved. Only people can. It's time to stop being a prop and start being a person. I'm Kalia Chevonne. This is Talk It Out Tuesday. In the comments, I want you to finish this sentence. I am not a. Say your family role. I am, then say your name. I'll go first. I am not a remote control. I am Kalia. Let's reclaim our names today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.